And it's time for another basic beer review. And it's a lager review today because Tent7014 left a comment on one of my videos to let me know that I could get Augustina and Erdinger at my local Sainsbury's. So I thought, oh, interesting. I think I knew that Augustina was available at Sainsbury's, but Erdinger, I think I may have heard something, but I didn't believe it for a second. So I thought, you know what? 7014's word is good enough for me. I will check out my two local Sainsbury's and see if it's there. And sure enough, it should have been there. The Erdinger had a massive empty shelf where the sticker was. Same with the Augustina. Been a massive rush on lagers. Went to my other Sainsbury's and there was a massive rush on lagers there as well for some reason. I wonder why that could be. I don't know. But at my other local Sainsbury's, they did have some Augustina. They didn't have any Erdinger, but they should, as I say, it should have been there. They didn't have any. They did have some Augustina, and they had some other bits. And I got a couple of Augustinas, but I saw this, which I haven't seen before, and it's the Erdinger Hells, or it's Erdinger Helles. Which looks really, really interesting. So Erdinger Helles lager beer. I will be going back to Sainsbury's at a different time when there isn't a massive rush on lagers to get some Erdinger. But as I've never reviewed this Erdinger Helles for the channel, excuse my voice is going for some reason. I'm going to try now. So let's crack it open and start pouring it. So let's give it a pour. This is about the 17th take of this video, so the beer has already warmed up. But hopefully it'll be cold enough to taste properly. We don't want it to be too cold anyway. Wow, that was a really bad pour. But it looks like a dream. It looks lovely and clear. Got a fair bit of carbonation rushing up there. It doesn't look like it would be particularly gassy. It's got a lovely little vortex of carbonation just floating up the glass, really. It's not whizzing, it's just kind of floating up the glass there. Quite a decent head there. I mean, this glass gives you quite a decent head. I do like this glass though. I like the kind of funnel shape it gives there. If that's what the shape is. No, what kind of shape is that? I don't know really. But it's a nice shape, and it also allows you to get a nice nose on the beer and things. But as you know, I'm a fairly big fan of Carlsberg Export. I think it's quite nice. And I love this glass. So let's get a nose on this lager. So colour first of all. Pale straw, tiny hint of amber in it, but not really. It just looks like a really nice colour for a lager. Similar colour to an Augustina Edelstoff. I would say possibly a little bit lighter than an Augustina Hell. Oh, and they had Erdinger Hell as well, which was interesting. They had well, they didn't have it. They had a space where it should have been, but there was a space where Erdinger Hell should have been in my other local Sainsbury's as well. So yeah, interesting. So there was a few, yeah. They had Hofbrau as well. I'm surprised. I didn't know they got so many decent Helles beers or decent lagers. I don't think the Hofbrau's not a Helles. So many decent lagers in Sainsbury's now. But they had that. They had, as I say, they had this. They had Augustina. They had Erdinger. These are all things they should have had, and hopefully will have in a week or two. So anyway, let's stop waffling. Let's get a nose. Here we go. Smells malty, a little bit sweet, a little bit of orange, teeny bit marmalade-y. You stop swilling it now. I'm just agitating this head over and over again. Not really what I want to do. It's got to be a nice temperature. This is not dead cold, but it's cold enough. It's cold enough to be refreshing, but not so cold that it impairs the taste buds. This will be an interesting one to try. But I'm liking that. I'm liking the way it's retaining that head. And every time I swill it, the head gets topped up, as it were. It's not going down, that head, really. Really nice. And I love it when you can just drink it through the head. Yeah, it's smelling fragrant. It's smelling a little bit floral. It's smelling malty, a little bit citrusy. It just smells great. It smells like it's going to be really, really tasty. What's the ABV on this thing? So it's 5.1% ABV. So that's I think it's not quite as much as an Augustina, but more than an Erdinger. And it's right in that sweet spot, around about 5%. Let's dive in for the old taste. Cheers. So the first thing that hits me is just how smooth it is. I mean, that is really smooth. That is really smooth. That's going out of treat. That's not going to get gassy at all in the slightest. I mean, I'm quite thirsty, but this is so drinkable. So drinkable. I would say even more so than like the Edelstoff, which is saying something because that's very drinkable. But this is just so smooth. I can't stop drinking it. I can't stop drinking it long enough to tell you what I think of it. So flavours. Let's get the aftertaste. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of maltiness, lovely bit of creaminess on the finish. I like a bit of creaminess. Oh yeah, And there's something, there's just something just soft and luscious about that finish. It's just like a nice duvet, just like a duvet covering your tongue with just a lovely kind of warmth. She's obviously going to be coming from the alcohol to a certain extent, but also just kind of a smooth kind of creaminess, just kind of a velvetiness on the tongue. And that's afterwards, not when you drink. I mean, it's lovely and velvety when you drink it, but afterwards it's just this lovely, smooth, kind of creamy, velvety, just loveliness. A little bit of biscuitiness on it. This is a cracking beer. Let's top it up. Don't be much for the thumbnail here. You know it's a good beer when there's not much for the thumbnail, but oh well. I'll just have one more sip, so we've got a bit for the thumbnail. Because look at that. Alright, break open another bottle and top it up for the thumbnail. As I thought. A little bit of rusticness in the maltiness there, which I like. Nice bit of biscuitiness. Brown bread, touch of orange, a little bit of sweetness. It's not very bitter, very little bitter. I'd say very low bitterness. I mean, Hellas's tend to be quite soft, not much bitterness anyway. But this one I'd say has got very low bitterness even for a Hellas. But it's just nice. It's so smooth. It's so drinkable. I mean, this isn't as cold as it could be. If it was colder, it'd be even better. It'd just be so crushable. This thing, it really would. One of the best, I would say. I really do think one of the best. I'll whack the tier chart up again if I can find it. Here it is. If you're looking at the tier chart now, that means I could find it. And it's going up at the top. Is it 5? Is it right? 5? Was it 5 rank? Whatever I called it. Can't remember what I called it now. Something 5. It's going up in 5. It's up there with the Tegernsee and the Augustina. But you know what? All three are in Sainsbury's. I think three-way taste test is on the horizon. Yes, indeed. Let's hope I can get all three when it comes to the time. But three-way taste test, I think, has to be done there. This one is up there totally with the... I can't remember both of those are into tier. That's it, tier 5. Or not, but I know there's the Edelstoff as well. Just all of them. Edelstoff, this, the Augustina Hell, and the Tegernsee Hell. They're amazing, and this is amazing as well. Yeah, it's just so smooth, so drinkable. It's just delicious, and I don't want to do this review anymore. I just want to go and drink this in the garden outside. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Till next time, have a good one. Because Tent7014 sent me a message on one of my dropped. Oh, God Almighty! It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be warm this by the time I finish this.